first canon female Super Saiyan has officially arrived in episode 92 of Dragon Ball Super. Now, I'm going to be one of those that I have to admit I'm very excited, and I'm very happy to see a new Super Saiyan, but also a female one at that, because ever since I was a kid, ever since I was watching Dragon Ball Z, watching Dragon Ball GT, yes, I know, bad, it's bad, I still wanted to see a female Super Saiyan. We never got to see that. Of course, throughout the game series that came out over the years in the past decade, we have actually got to see female Super Saiyans. However, we never got to see this in official lore, canon material, and finally, for the first time, we get to witness this in Dragon Ball Super, and I gotta admit, pretty damn hype. Khalifa looked amazing. I love the design, love the way the Super Saiyan style looked on her. It was just nice, very nice design, had no problem with it, and I'm glad to finally see something like this. However, I need to express my personal thoughts on how I felt about the transformation overall. The Khalifa transformation, which was hyped by the way, she obtained Super Saiyan rather easy, which Kaba does say she is a genius, which I can, you know what, I can agree with that, fine, she's a genius. However, Kaba's explanation for Super Saiyan was very weird, so to say, and that's putting it lightly, or just kind of letting it down easy. Because, from what we know from Super Saiyan, to obtain that, you need anger, rage, stuff like that, to kind of unlock that power. And we have seen this throughout every transformation. That's usually how they obtain Super Saiyan. And basically, Kaba goes along the lines of trying to insult Khalifa, make her feel upset, and then he's like, oh, you need to get angry, you need to have this rage or whatever, and then basically it's like, okay, I need you to explain a little bit more details. He's like, I get a tingling feeling in my back, and basically Khalifa, you know, focuses on that point, and then she turns into a Super Saiyan, and I'm like, whoa, 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 you're telling me that just focusing on that point on her body, she was able to obtain Super Saiyan. I'm like, what? Like, it just like, what now? Okay, so, now, I'm not the best when it comes to Ki in general, like the real life info on Ki or chakra or whatever, how it's used, but I know you focus on certain points of your body, like, you know, where your stomach is and all that, to focus, like, you know, your chi or, you know, chakra, Ki, whatever, you focus on that point to be able to, you know, kind of draw it out. And this was kind of established early on, a long time ago, and it was also recently brought up once again thanks to Tien. I mean, Tien even mentioned it like a couple episodes ago, so it's not like it's something that isn't still there. So with Kaba saying the tingling feeling like in his back, maybe it's going along with the lore that was previously established with Dragon Ball, and that is why focusing on that certain point, she was able to unlock Super Saiyan. And since we do know she has this little, like, anger issue, like she's angry or whatever the way she acts, maybe she's, like, always angry or something, kind of like Hulk logic or something. But what I'm getting at is that the explanation, I gotta admit, I wasn't the biggest fan of that. Just, you know, focusing on this point, and then she can become Super Saiyan because of this tingling feeling. But besides that, however, I do like the design, and I'll just move past that, because honestly, it just, yeah, I mean, maybe you smarter ones out there might have a better explanation towards it, but overall, I'm just, like, not the biggest fan of the way that was handled. Now, I will say, I'm looking forward to Kel, because Khalifa is pretty cool. Love her design, like her character so far, but thanks to what we found out, Kel is the one that's actually the Broly, the female Broly that was shown in the trailer, because if you see the preview for next week's episode, you see just that. Now, Kel, I'm very curious to see how she is gonna, you know, act when she is in that mode. I mean, judging by what we know when it comes to Broly, he's very aggressive, he destroys things and all that, and I mean, if there's anything to go on about, I'm gonna assume Kel is gonna be very similar, most likely just deadly, just breaking things, and so I'm curious to see how she's gonna react to the others once she gets that, you know, mode, you know, Super Saiyan. So I'm really looking forward to next week's episode, not just because of the Frieza in the preview and Goku, but also because of, you know, the female legendary Super Saiyan. So yeah, let's talk about the big stuff in the room right now, Frieza and Goku. So, it's officially been revealed now, with the preview for next week's episode, Frieza and Goku, that's gonna happen. For instance, Frieza is getting asked to join the team. or, you know, the fighters for the Tournament of Power. And I gotta admit, as I've already said in previous videos and all that, and I've tried to not spoil it because many don't want me to spoil or whatever, basically, Frieza joining the team, it's cool and all. I'm glad to see Frieza coming back into the series. However, even if it is lazy, even though it's like a way probably to sell merchandise, because Frieza is well known in America and Japan, and I mean, Frieza's name just sells. Like, it legit just sells like hotcakes. I understand why they're bringing him back. I'm just really worried about the fact that Frieza is going to become a good guy, because from everything that was established throughout Dragon Ball Z and everything that happened thanks to Frieza's always been this character that's like the ultimate villain. Like, he is someone that's really set up Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, and you couldn't have the series without him. And also what he did, all the heinous stuff he did, killing so many people, blowing up planets for fun, basically, and just seeing fireworks, drinking wine while doing it and all that. Basically, this man was evil. He was at a level of evil that honestly isn't redeemable. And even throughout Dragon Ball Z, Goku gave Frieza chances to redeem himself, you know, go and run or do whatever he wants with his life, but he didn't do that. He attacked Goku, and I mean, he came back as, you know, Mecha Frieza, and then Trunks had to put him down. Frieza was always this person that did not want to go to the good side. Even though he was given chances, he didn't take them. He just threw aside, you know, the good hand that was given to him, like Goku giving him a hand. He just cast that aside, and he continued down his path of evil. And so, I don't want Frieza to become a good guy. I feel like it would diminish his character. Now, hear me out now. If it's done in a way that it has good writing and makes sense, I'm fine with Frieza becoming a good guy. If it makes sense and it's good writing. But if it's just Frieza for the sake of being a good guy, I don't want that. I really don't want that at all. Because I just feel like that would diminish Frieza's character, in my opinion, because of how much I loved him in Dragon Ball Z, and even in the Resurrection of Frieza. So, just, I really hope, you know, that doesn't happen. Toei Animation, please don't do that, please. If you're going to make Frieza a good guy, at the very least, establish his character in a proper way. Like, make it to where he gets this good development where I can agree with and understand from what was already stated about him. So, anyways, basically, besides all of that, Boo is not entering the tournament. It's officially confirmed now. There's no speculation, no talking about spoilers, whatever. It's officially confirmed Boo is not joining the tournament because he will not wake up in 2 months. And as I've already said, this really makes me upset. I'm really upset that Boo cannot join because I've always loved Boo, even though I like Frieza more as a villain just because of the history. I love Boo because of how unique he was and how much of a hassle it was to bring Boo down, or Evil Boo, in the Boo saga. And I love the abilities, to how he was a genius of a fighter, how he learnt things. Boo was a cool character. And I've talked about this already, that I kind of think the reason why Boo wasn't even added into this arc is because they don't know how to write Boo. They don't know what to really do with Boo's character, because the man is basically broken as hell. As I said previously, he is immortal. He can't die. And if you're in a tournament to where you can't kill an individual, Boo is the most broken character in the fight. Because if he can't die and you can't kill people, the man's insane. Because healing, you know, regenerating, learning moves in mid-combat, he can absorb so many physical attacks and, you know, ki blast attacks. The man is just insane. He can do so much. That's not even including transforming people into different objects or whatever, stretching his body out, you know, infinitely, basically. It just, because of the way Boo is, he's very broken, and it seems like Toei Animation, they just don't know how to write him. They don't know how to write Boo in this arc because of just how crazy he is. So, it makes sense why Frieza would be added into this, because they just don't know how to handle Boo. Now, Frieza as a fighter, in terms of power scaling, Frieza makes sense. Because, I mean, Frieza's very powerful. We've even seen ourselves that Frieza is very strong. I mean, look what he did in the Resurrection of Frieza. The man trained, and he finally trained for the first time, and then he obtained that golden form, and if he would have learned to control it a little bit more, he might have kicked the shit out of Goku and Vegeta, and that just shows you how powerful Frieza was. Frieza's insane. He's definitely one of the strongest fighters at the moment besides Goku and Vegeta. So him being added is going to add a major power boost to the group. But still, I would have much preferred Boo being a part of it, because I just enjoy Boo. And when Boo gets serious, it's something to really enjoy. I mean, this man, when he gets on his war face, when he's no longer playing around and he wants to initiate and go in and start fighting, it's awesome to see Boo going. I remember when I saw Boo fighting in the Boo Saga for the first time. When I saw him, I was like, this is a little kid. Like, I can't take this man seriously. I remember thinking that. And then the man had this evil eyes pop up, and we just started beating the hell out of Gohan, beating the hell out of Vegeta, and then continuously there was this just rampage he was doing. I was like, damn, this is a crazy character when he gets serious. Like, at first he's just joking around, taking hits and stuff, but then he goes in. And I was wanting to see that again, but obviously we're not getting that. So, disappointment aside, I am looking forward to Frieza. I am looking forward to Frieza popping up and having a role in this arc. Now, one other thing I need to talk about is Goku's lies were undone. So, as we know, Goku has been going around lying to everyone, like Krillin, 18, and all them, and also Tien, about money. Like, they'll each get individual money for the tournament, whoever wins, and they can make a split or whatever. And, well, they finally found out that Goku has been lying, and they're really upset about this, which is to be understood. I mean, I think we can all understand why they'd be upset about that. I mean, they've been through so many situations together, life or death situations. You'd think Goku would have told them the truth, but that did not happen. And thanks to this Goku telling many, many lies and stuff like that, it led to a situation where 18 and Krillin didn't want to really be a part of the tournament in the first place, so they were going to kind of back out. But thanks to persuasion from Beerus, that did not happen, which that's something I want to talk about. So when Beerus is like Hakai, he was about to destroy Krillin, and Krillin's like, okay, I'll join all that. You have it to where Goku's like, thanks, Krillin. I'm like, yo, Goku, what the fuck? Like, you're thanking Krillin for joining the Tournament of Power when he just straight up had Beerus looking at him like, I want to destroy you if you don't agree. Like, yo, bro, like, what could have Krillin have done in that moment? Think about that, Goku. He had no other option but to say yes, he'll join, or fucking die, and probably have 18 die as well. So because of that, just Goku thanking Beerus or thanking Krillin, it's like you thanking Beerus. Thanking Beerus, you're trying to threaten Krillin that you're going to kill him. I'm like, that's kind of messed up when you think about it. That's really messed up. So, that was pretty messed up of Goku to do that to Krillin, but I mean, I understand why Krillin didn't want to, but thankfully he's not completely leaving, because I didn't want to not have the 17 and 18 stuff. I mean, if you're not going to give me Boo Toei Animation, if you're not going to give me Boo, at the very least, I want to see 17 and 18 and Krillin's combo. I want to see these three working together and kicking some ass in the Tournament of Power. I don't want to see, you know, just no lack of Boo and also lack of 17, 18 and Krillin combo. So thankfully, I'm at least getting to see one of these things. That makes me happy at the very least. Now, one of the last things to talk about is Vegeta and him basically destroying the hyperbolic time chamber. That man is gonna get banned. Like, that man is banned. Like, Popo about to kill this man. Like, he's about to teach him the pecking order and kick his ass, because when that man came out of the time chamber, I'm like, yo, you're gonna get wrecked. Popo's gonna say, like, you're banned from the time chamber. You're not using it anymore. Like, that's all I was thinking. I was just thinking of Team 4-Star, Mr. Popo, and the man blew up the time chamber. So, speaking of the time chamber, though, let's kind of discuss this for a sec. I feel like the reason why the time chamber was, you know, blown up was because of Boo. I mean, think about this, okay? It kind of closes a plot hole there, because if Vegeta didn't blow up the time chamber, they could have took Boo to the time chamber to kind of let him sit in there until he finally woke up, because, you know, time is different in the hyperbolic time chamber. So, I feel like that's kind of the move Toei Animation was going with. You know, blow up the time chamber for right now, for Boo can't be brought into the Tournament of Power. So, they kind of tried to cover their tracks with that. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Toei Animation. I think I see what you're doing. And so, it's understandable why they did that. It just, like, really, you have to go that far to make sure Boo cannot be in this arc. It's messed up. Anyways, I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or nights wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.